But B, besides all that, what have you been jamming since the last episode?
Man, I jammed this guy. His name Khamari. You ever heard of him? He's an R&B guy.
I was about to say something, but I didn't want to. I don't feel like bleeping it out for YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But so I saw.
How you spell it?
It's Khamari.
Hama. Okay, I see it.
So a few years back, I heard of him. I played a few of his tracks. He just reminded me of like a Frank Ocean guy. And I saw somebody
like
post
sound or vocally,
and pretty much his sound too, like what he's going for. And it never like made me just go into it. Just like, all right, let me check him out. But he put out an album. I think it was last year. Somebody posted it on Twitter, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna check him out. So his album is not bad. It's pretty much just Frank Ocean, bro.
What's the name of it?
Let me go. Oh, A Brief Nirvana. Khamari, A Brief Nirvana came out last year.
Sounds Frank Ocean-esque.
Yeah, it has 11 tracks, 31 minutes, not too long. It's pretty cool listen, you know what I'm saying? If you in that melancholy mode, you know what I mean, real sad. Why is it making this noise, B?
Do you have a silence? You can silence your watch.
I thought it was silent. It never made this noise. It's weird.
I silenced my watch.
I think my son been messing with it because it always been on silent. That was weird. Anyways, A Brief Nirvana. Him as a vocalist, like I said, he's not like crazy good singer. He sound like Frank
Kind
Ocean.
of like a Leon Thomas, Frank Ocean.
Yeah, he's very no, bro. If you actually listen, you be like, yo, he's just Frank Ocean. Like, you know what I mean? He tries to be, but it's not bad. And you know, if any of you guys missing that Frank Ocean, because he ain't putting out an album. Like, when last time he put out an album? 2016.
Probably when he was still young,
bro. Like 2016. This dude don't freaking perform.
It's
he don't
been
do nothing.
8 years.
Boy, be going ghost.
You have 3 projects out. How? How?
Like, bro.
And one of them you can't even profit off of. So how?
I just don't understand. But if y'all missing that Frank Ocean fix and y'all need it, go to Khamari. I think he'll be that guy for you. He's all right, man. He ain't nothing to, run home about. I'm not even gonna lie. But he all right.
All right. My first project I want to talk about, and I want to talk about it briefly because I don't want to forget it later on, because this is a project that is not on streaming. Shout out to my boy JE_Remy, someone who's been supporting my channel since I don't know how long, but he's been a supporter of my actual YouTube, The Dark Sage, where I do talk about all the stuff behind me. He's been a supporter for that for a while. You know, me and him are cool. We interact a good amount on Twitter and things like that. He's the homie. He's cool. And so I wanted to check out his album, mixtape, because he just came out with a mixtape. It's only on YouTube as of right now. Maybe on SoundCloud as well.
No Bandcamp?
Nah, not yet. I don't think. But he's super like underground. So yeah, he's trying to come up. He's doing this thing. I believe it was like 14 minutes in total, maybe 6-7 tracks.
EP.
Yeah, and I listened to it. I thought it was cool, especially as your first like project. I thought it was cool. JE_Remy, like I said, I like the sound that he goes for. He reminds me of like a younger Space Ghost Perp / Denzel Curry back in the Raider Clan days. That's what the sound kind of reminds me of. A bit more. It's not like super dark, but you could tell it's like kind of closer to that than it is like a mainstream-ish sound itself. My boy Kaze was on there as well, so shout out to Kaze as well. And I think he did a pretty good job. I really enjoyed the second track, ESBT. The album, the mixtape is called New Narrative. I enjoyed what I listened to it. He definitely has potential to go further. And I don't know what it's like to be an underground artist, to get the beats, practice with it and stuff like that. But I definitely want to see where he goes after this, because I enjoyed what he did now. And obviously I'm going to give it grace because it's his first project. Right. So he has some things here. But he most of the time fit on the beat. I liked his rhyme schemes. I liked his flows. I liked what he was rhyming about. He had a few references in there that was nerd like that. Obviously, as someone like me, I got it. And like I said, I like the way that he flowed on it. Mostly, I like the way that he rhymed on it, because he reminds me of Rimble, like how Rimble enunciates every single syllable. That's kind of like
what he from Cali?
I'm not sure where he's from, actually. That's something that I forgot to ask him. But yeah, JE_Remy, I just wanted to show my boy love. And shout out to Kazi. He was on the first track. Yeah, these boys are always showing me love. I want to show them love back. So yeah.
What's up, B?
Yeah, it's only on YouTube, so make sure you check out JE_Remy, REMY, New Narrative.
Yes, sir. So my next album is from a legendary group, you know what I'm saying? The Cure. They put out an album on Friday.
What genre is that?
It's like, I hate to say this, but like gothic rock, like emo-ish.
Oh, so sad boy.
80s. Yeah.
Like Trippie Redd and MGK?
Not like that. Very better instrumentation. Oh my God. But yes, The Cure, they put out an album called The Songs of A Lost World. I think this is their first album in like, 16 years or something like that. I could be wrong. I don't know. I think they ain't released.
Are they a legendary like group?
Yeah,
I've heard you talk about them before.
Yeah, they legendary.
And I also heard Miguel talk about them before as well.
Miguel who?
Miguel.
Oh yeah, because I told him about them. That's why. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, man. Like it to me it was not much vocals. They kind of let the music speak for itself on this one right here.
So as like a group, they're a band, right?
Yes, a band.
So do they actually do the instrumentation?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
It's a band. And like it was like heavily produced, really high quality. And like I said, like the emotions and stuff mostly came from like, you know, the production, and that was so dope. And at the end, Robert, he's the singer, he comes in more like at the end singing and stuff like that, bringing more, I guess, life to the tracks. But like, I don't know, I guess that was the theme of it. I need to do the background of like what's the cause of like this. It was like a constant sound of like the I guess more of a, it felt like very like airy in a way, inspirational at the same time. It wasn't, because on their older projects, like I'm a huge fan of like their stuff in the 80s and stuff. You know, sometimes they have like a upbeat track, dun, 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 type track. And on here is like none of that. I know they're older men now. But I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna find time to get back to this, just because so much other stuff that I have to listen to, bro. And but overall, I really enjoyed it. I need another listen. I really do. Because the last track is 10 minutes and 23 seconds.
Okay, Daft Punk.
And like it's mostly instrumentation to like the end. To like I think 3 minutes in, and then here comes Robert singing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if any of you guys are fans of The Cure out here. I'm one of them guys. You know, I'm a Smiths fan. I love Joy Division. I love all them guys like that. So it was pretty cool. You know.
I was gonna ask, is it like that August Green album but for gothic rock?
No. No, bro.
I get that because there was a lot of instrumentation on
yeah.
August Green, and then, you know, Common would sometimes come at the end of the song rapping.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just hard for me to correlate it, but I get you. Yeah,
As someone who,
I can say yes.
yeah.
I can say yeah. I can say yeah. I get you.
Okay.
But yeah, The Cure, Songs of a Lost World, man.
I should have asked, was it like a Daft Punk project? Kind of like Daft Punk, how they do it.
But yeah, you know how, yeah. Well, I know what you mean, but yeah, you know how Daft Punk, they gonna hit you with some beats and then they have a little vocal sample. Yeah, I love Daft Punk though, bro. They older stuff used to be crazy too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That vinyl recently came out or re-released.
For real?
The Discovery, I think that's what it's called. The first one?
Yeah.
Well, the second one. But yeah. I guess I'll get on to my first project here. Well, we do have a discography deep dive a little bit afterwards. But I guess the first one I want to talk about, nothing too crazy. It's called FSS by FSS. Now, the reason I found this is because I was on TikTok and I heard some sound. It was like, oh, when the music in the video game menu is going hard, and, you know, the guy was dancing or whatever. And I was like, yo, this beat kind of hard. Like, is this from like Def Jam Vendetta or something? And I went to the profile and I was looking at the guy, and he makes like these different type of sounding like hip hop inspired like instrumentals. And I was like, I wonder if he has like this instrumental that I'm looking for specifically that was on TikTok that was going viral on Spotify. Cause I'm like, this beat is like super hard. And so I went to Spotify. He only has like one project out like of his own instrumentation. And to my surprise, it was more like 90s-esque R&B, but modernized. So like, you know, the bass was thumping. The sound was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's only like 4 tracks. It's not really that long. I think it's like maybe 8 minutes at most. I really enjoyed it. FSS by FSS. I really don't have anything to say about it, but if you want that old school 90s-esque R&B feel, I say go check that out. It's just rare that I haven't listened to an instrumental project since MF Doom's Special Herbs, which was like
Metal
months
Fingers.
ago. Yeah, Metal Fingers. That was like the last one I heard. But yeah, FSS by FSS. FSS.
My next thing I've been listening to is gonna be a track. Absol and Jid, Crazier. Have you checked that out yet?
You know, I don't do singles.
Crazier,
they like
Crazier,
trailers.
and Crazier. I like this, man. I don't know if it's gonna be on
Banger?
I wouldn't even say a banger. Like it's not a banger, but they was like rapping, bro. It was dope. I like the hook too, the Crazier and Crazier. It's get crazy.
It was just them two on it?
Yeah, it was just them two rapping. You got Jid on the hook, but he's rapping. He raps and then he goes into the hook and then Absol raps. But no, I think it was a really fun track. It's kind of dope seeing them two on the track together.
Were they lyrically sparring bee?
Kind of in a way. I was like, dang, they rapping, and Al was rapping, and Jid was rapping as well. At the beginning,
You don't think this one's gonna be on the album?
I
Just
don't
based
know.
off of what you
I think it will. I think it will. But I don't know. It just seems like one of those tracks that he probably can just put out, you know. But I think it might be on the album because all the other tracks I think are gonna be on the album as well that he put out. But yeah, Jid and Absol, Crazier. I think it was really dope. if y'all want to check it out, I'm pretty sure some of you guys have, bro. It was a single that came out, I think it came out on Friday.
I think so.
Yeah.
It came out last week, I think.
Yeah, nah. I was in the car. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to this. I put it in my library, but I'm like, let me listen to it because I'm similar to you. Sometimes I don't hit the singles, but I think now I've been like, all right, let me check out a track because I be seeing people like, oh, this track dope, or whatever. So, but yeah, I don't know if you want me to go. I can go into another like a project, or if you want to go into something.
Well, I can talk about a project.
Okay.
Next project I have is Kiana Lede's Cut Ties. This is a newer R&B album that literally came out last week. I didn't know about it until one of my mutuals on Twitter posted about it, and I'm like, yes, I've been waiting for some new Kiana Lede. And this is someone who I've heard all their albums recently this year.
Yeah.
And her latest album that she came out with before this one, Grudges, I really enjoyed that one. And the albums before that, I was like, they cool. I like some songs here and there off there, but I don't like them as a whole project themselves. This is one of these projects right here, Cut Ties. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was like, Kiana Lede, you did your thing. It has like, I believe, 11 tracks, 29 minutes. I'm like, all right, you got no filler on there. So you got to wow me because you have little room for error. And overall, the beginning was a bit slow because this is like her lover girl phase.
Yeah.
But then it gets in the middle of the actual track listing where it's like, I gotta love this guy from a distance, or like me loving him, it's not great, but I'm still running back to him. But then we get towards the end where it's like, I gotta do this for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I kind of like the little progression that you had right there, because like I said, Lover Girl, the sex tracks and all that, they were cool. I wasn't mad at it. But when we got to that middle point, I'm like, oh, okay, we really getting in that R&B bag right now. And I really like her as a vocalist, and I like her production choices, especially on this album, because it seemed a lot more focused than her previous projects did. Besides Grudges is a pretty good project overall. But this one right here, like I said, 11 tracks, 29 minutes. She even has one song where she's doing the Genuine Difference flip, and I'm like, all right, like I'm getting down with this one. Like, this is the track right there. Like if this gets on radio, I can understand it. Probably not, because I just think it's harder for a lot of R&B to get popular nowadays. But this is someone who is bubbling in the R&B scene. I believe they might have like 1 or 2 million monthly listeners, but I don't think they're as big as like when you hear someone say they have like 1 million monthly listeners or 2 million, that sounds like a lot, and it is a lot probably to them. But it's like, dang, like if I talked to someone else, they wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah, it's because of inflation.
Yeah, I know.
It's inflation, bro.
I know, but hearing the number 1 million and then talking to someone, oh, you heard of Kiana Lede? No.
1 million listeners not the same no more.
No, it's like 1 million views on YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, like having 1 million subscribers is a thing, but it's not big no more like it used to be. Because there's people that have crazy amount of subscribers now. It's just inflation, bro.
But I don't want to take away from her project. I thought that was a really good project. One of my favorite R&B projects of the year that I've heard so far. He definitely didn't slack on this one. Like I said, the beginning starts a bit slow for me, and the lover songs and the I want to love you, I want to have sex with you. Those songs is cool. Once you start getting into that that breakup, like that, I don't know if you're really doing it for me type stuff, I like that bag a lot more. But I will say that the imagery around the album is a bit misleading, because I thought it was going to be a lot more like gut punches with the lyrics itself. It was kind of a bit tame, soft. Yeah. Like she had like certain images, like in videos, like her with blood in her mouth and things like that. I'm like, you're not really doing anything to warrant that in the album. I'm like, this is kind of like, it's like seeing like, oh, there's a new Teletubbies horror movie or something like that. You never heard of Teletubbies, and you watch an actual episode of Teletubbies. You're like, oh, that's not scary though. I'm like, hey, I enjoyed that album still, sonically and vocally. I think that she's really talented vocally. Sonically, she is there for me. She was my replacement for LMA for a while, but then LMA dropped
a little EP, right?
And I will be talking about that.
Oh my
God. You go ahead with your next project.
All right, I have a little EP. This will be my last project, and it'll be somebody we got in the docket today reviewing Westside Gunn 11 EP.
I was supposed to listen to that, but I forgot.
Yeah, I checked it out while I was on my walk, my daily walk or whatever. It's cool. He said in a little interview that the sound's different from the album. And I'm like, only thing that's different is an interview. I mean, not an interview, but you on the phone with Sly Green. But other than that, it's
like the whole album.
Nah, like on certain parts of the songs, like at the end, it ends with him having a conversation with a guy he knew that's in prison.
So is this project dedicated to someone that died recently or something?
No, he's alive. Oh, I think it's from one of his homies, but I don't know if it's dedicated to him.
But overall, what you think about it? It's like what, 5 tracks?
Yeah, it's cool.
Nothing to write home about.
Nothing to really write home about. I'm sorry, Wes, but it's cool. It's just something I listened to. It wasn't kind of forgetful.
So B, you're not gonna agree with the echo chamber on Twitter? I saw this was the perfect 2-piece this weekend. This 11 and Still Praying. Perfect 2-piece.
Yeah, it could be. It's all right. It ain't nothing to like, oh man, album of the year. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no rave, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Westside Gunn doing Westside Gunn stuff. It just, I'm gonna talk about it in the review, but I just feel like, hey, let me put some out. Let me go look at them. Let me go into my folder real quick.
Just feed the streets a little bit more.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me divide it up. That way I could monetize off this even harder.
And you could go into your stuff, B. That was my last thing I got to listen to, bro.
You said you didn't listen to that I don't know, right? IDK.
I didn't get the fit. I was on the 3rd track with him after the Gunner track.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I got after the Gunner track, and my girl called. I guess she saved me.
yeah. I listened to the IDK project Bravado Intimo, where
Intimo?
I don't know if this is like an album, mixtape, EP.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I forgot how many tracks is on here, but it's about 8 tracks. I believe it's maybe around like 30 minutes. And there's this thing where like some of the songs they might have like a parentheses B or parentheses I, and the Bravado tracks is supposed to be, you know, him rapping with the bravado, but then with the Intimo it's supposed to be more of the introspective, like melodic sounds.
Yeah.
And to me, he sounds like Kendrick Lamar vocally, voice wise, during Section 80 when he still had that little raspy voice. He sounds like that, especially with his rhyme patterns. But lyrically, he sounds like Big Sean. And so for me, to me, this is, I don't want to sound disrespectful when I say this. This is like overglorified Epidemic Sound music. And if you guys don't know what Epidemic Sound is, it's a program or a subscription that you pay for yearly for YouTubers. You get to use that music in your YouTube videos. To me, this is like an overglorified version of that. Because to me, he sounds like one of the artists. This music sounds like it's supposed to be on that service. This sounds like the music I could use in my YouTube videos.
It sounds like the music that you put like on VH1 shows in the montage.
Yeah, or MTV, like in
You know what I'm
Catfish
saying?
when
Like,
something's
yeah.
happening. Like, this is what this music sounds like. To me, this has no identity. This isn't like a stamp on like the releases that came out this year or just this week in general, because this week was super stacked with good releases. But yeah, for me, and I heard it, yeah, there were some tracks I liked here and there, but to me, he fits in that rust lane where it's like, you don't really excel at anything. You might have a core fan base, but to me, you don't really excel at anything. You sound like someone else. You just are meshing multiple sounds into one. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it's bad. This is for somebody. This just isn't for me.
Right.
I've heard this done and with other people better. To me, it's like he's trying to do like a jack of all trades. It's like, oh, I could rap, I could do the good rhyme scheme and stuff like that, but then I could do the melodic stuff. You know, I could rap with someone like Conway the Machine, and it's like, that's cool, I guess. Like to me, this project does not stand out. I'll say it right now. To me, this is, I wouldn't say this is even average. To me, this is like
Below
subpar
average?
because it doesn't really wow me in anything.
Yeah.
Like even the song with him and Gunna, to me, he doesn't even sound like he's supposed to be on that. Obviously, Gunna.
That's
he
what
did
I'm
his thing.
saying. You got a turbo beat. Oh, let me get Gunna, but it's
Yeah.
like, bro, you don't even fit.
Yeah,
That's how I
it's
felt.
kinda
I'm
like Big
like,
Sean with, on his latest project with that song with Gunna.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't.
it's not your lane.
Yeah, like I said, he sounds like Kendrick Lamar vocally with Big Sean's pen. And I don't know how you want to take that or not. Like I
Damn,
said,
boy,
this
said
sounds,
he stole Big Sean PB.
sometimes because he said some lyrics, I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, he's not a bad rapper or anything. To me, he just, like I said, he's in that wrestling where it's like you don't excel at anything. I'm not saying that you're a bad artist. It's just not for me. But I can see why someone would like you. But like I said, it's just not for me. I don't ever see myself going back to this. I don't ever see myself going back to any of these tracks. Like I said, I like the song, so I'm like, okay, if it was to come in shuffle, cool. But I'd probably skip it.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
I actually like though.
I don't know.
You what
Like
I'm saying?
I was like just like I told you, I was on that website looking at reviews and stuff, and then I saw that I'm like, I forgot this came out, so I was like, let me check it out. I only got to listen to a few songs. I guess I was saved, B.
You
Because
was.
I don't know, man.
There was a lot better projects.
I think
that came
I
out this
listened
year.
to one of his albums back in the day with him in jail. Like he has a
like an orange jumpsuit.
yeah, because I know he was
Because that came up on my thing and I skipped it.
Yeah, I remember he went to jail or something like that. He was in prison.
Oh, he actually was?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, for like when he was younger.
I'm not gonna lie, the only reason I know of him was because you brought up one of his topics in an earlier episode about the big three making hip hop born or whatever. Or the big three need to retire.
Oh, he posted that on Twitter.
Yeah, and I made it a thumbnail and all that. That's the only reason I know. Or maybe his name was like IDK. I don't know.
It's IDK J. That way J IDK. That used to, but now he's just going by IDK.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember you brought it up in the episode one time.
Yeah.
Next project I got, LMA, the queen of R&B. I've always said it, and I've said it this weekend. LMA is the yin and yang that I need in R&B. I had the yang with Summer Walker, the Mary J. Blige of this era, heartbroken, toxic relationships, and I got the LMA, the lover girl. I need that, B. I need the balance.
Yeah.
And LMA is one of those figures in R&B who I love. She's part of my big three of R&B. It's her, Ella Mai, and Summer Walker. Ella Mai been absent ever since she had that baby. I'm like, yo.
She been absent before that.
No.
Yeah. When last time she put out something?
That's what I'm saying. She's been absent.
Before the baby.
What do you mean? I talked about the album a few months ago.
You the only one?
What you mean? No. I talked about that album, and it was years ago. In between that, she had the baby.
She just had that baby, boy.
2018, 2022.
Boy, I'm just saying, look at that distance. And then look at this. It's boy, what's 2023? What was that?
That was a deluxe edition.
Boy,
on my sleeve.
I didn't know she put that out.
I talked about it on
she Ari Lennox right now.
Hey.
Nobody talking about Ella Mai.
Hey. We're not going to disrespect Ella Mai like that.
Like I said, she had a moment already.
She did. She had a moment.
It's
she
a
dropped. She blessed us on her 30th birthday, November. I'm also a November baby as well. She blessed us with a little 3-pack. And god dang it, I enjoyed the goddamn 3-pack. Now, the first track, cool. Second track, good. That third track, Little Things though, so I'm here. Ella Mai. Go ahead, drop the album.
Just gave y'all 3?
Yep, and all Mustard produced. I need Mustard to stay in that R&B lane. I need him to, because every time he's with Ella Mai in that production lane, Mustard gonna give me something nice. He gonna lace Ella Mai with something nice. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to look and see what she was doing.
She was having a baby.
But she had the baby
with Jason Tatum. Is that her name?
She had the baby this year, B.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
Well, she's been her lover girl.
My God.
B, it takes a while to have the baby, B.
9 months.
It takes a while to conceive a baby, B. You gotta actually make it.
Oh my God.
It takes a little
Jason
while.
Tatum a baller, bro. He don't miss.
Well, he honestly was, because look how long it took him to get the baby.
And
I'm just saying.
He want the champ, bro. She do still look like Pete Davis.
Hey. We not gonna disrespect Ella Mai like that. We not gonna disrespect.
You remember the Pete Davis stuff?
Yes, I do. Don't disrespect her like that. Don't disrespect Ella Mai like that. I need her in R&B. Ella Mai, just please get active more for me. Because I'm about to talk about another artist who isn't as active, and I thought she would have been a lot more active based off of who she is, but I was sadly wrong. I was sadly mistaken. But yeah, Ella Mai, 3, her newest EP, it was cool. It was straight.
3-pack of ass?
No. Don't disrespect Ella Mai like that. She's not one of your favorites, B. She's not one of your goats.
Oh, no way. She won't be. She would never get any play in my ride. I never liked Ella Mai, bro. Never. I tried with that one album. I remember her mixtape she used to put out.
Her EPs?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But what was it called?
What?
Was it when you like America more than everything else? What is that called?
Oh, I'm patriotic?
No. What you be saying that I used to be or whatever.
When I say you
is it Zionist? Is that
you a Zionist?
Oh, that's you right now. That's you.
Hey, she got a little American in her. She moved to New York when she was younger.
Yeah, but you being Zionist right now. We're going to respect the queen of R&B.
It's another word, too, I think I used to say. I can't think of it. It's another word. Dang, I can't. I'm blanking.
Also, Flo, please bless me soon. Please. That album's coming out next week, and I can't wait for it.
Boy, been on here putting on his knees for Flo. Flo, y'all better come through. Because I'm going to check this album out just to crap.
This is the only project they got coming out. Hey, I cannot wait. That project check. It's going to bring back that old Destiny Child vibe, baby. Yes, sir.
Here we go.
But my last few projects that I have, which is a discography deep dive. And this is for Ari Lennox. We are going to be talking about her a bit later. But I finally got a chance to check out Ari Lennox. I didn't know she had 2 albums. I only knew of the Shea Butter Baby, and I didn't hear that when it came out. Heard a bit of it, but I never heard the whole thing. So I checked out all of her projects from Shea Butter Baby, Faux the EP, Age, Sex, Location, basically ASO. And there was some other EP that I forgot to rate. But yeah, I checked out... what's the other EP? It's the one with the phone, Perfect Timing. That's what I want to call it, but I know it's not that. But yeah, I checked out all her projects. Shea Butter Baby, I thought it was cool. Vocally, she's there like with Jill Scott and Erykah Badu kind of. Well, she's trying to do a thing like those two. And I could see it. I guess maybe I just wasn't getting down with the production, because to me, that album was a bit interesting for me. It was a bit boring. I was like kind of falling out of it. She got some songs on there that are
Shea Butter Baby fire, bro.
It was cool, and maybe I got to give it another listen.
It's like one of those standout R&B around that area. Because 2018, 2019, hey, especially 2019, bro, R&B made a move, boy.
But will I listen to R&B back then? Probably.
It's like doing like, it was like it was like the Lucky Day, Ari Lennox, Giveon, all them guys was popping off around that time. I was in R&B heavy around this time. Like my girl did a whole, like when we had our kid, her whole the shoot she did was off this album. Yeah, bro, we used to be bumping this crazy.
Bad album?
You missed the Renaissance.
Did you say your kid
You
was
said
bad
album?
album?
Boy, that album was not bad.
No, for me it was a bit uninteresting and boring. Like I said, there was some songs I liked.
Uninteresting and boring?
To me, but let me redeem myself. I listened to HX Location. I loved it.
I haven't heard that.
I thought it was good. I really enjoyed that project. I even liked the little, like I call it, the throat off that she had with her and Lucky Day. She was having a throat off with him.
They were, woo!
Yeah, they was having a throat off, B.
Boy, bye.
Yeah.
She got joined with Chloe on here?
Yeah, which she did good. This is why I keep saying, be on this program. Chloe needs to do a more traditional contemporary R&B album.
She's trying to be a pop star, B. Come on.
And guess what? They not trying to accept her as
it's
that.
crazy. She's trying to be it's not you. You're not a pop star.
You got to work your way up there. That's all.
It's not even that. I just don't think she has.
You got to have the it factor.
She don't have the it to be a pop star. It's only a select few. You just don't got it.
Well, we're not going to be talking about her in this episode. We're making this about Ari Lennox. I got to say, Ari Lennox, that AHX Location, that was it for me, baby.
ASL.
Oh, that was it for me. I remember them days back in the AOL, Yahoo chat
You was
rooms.
doing that?
In the Yahoo chat rooms.
Boy, used to be ASL. Used to be saying that?
No, not me, because I was a kid.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying.
That's why I used to have to look it up. No, not me. When people would say it in the chat room, I lie about my age.
Yeah, oh my God.
But I remember those days. I was born back then.
Yeah, I remember.
I really like Ari Lennox's HX Location. I really got to give Shea Butter Baby another try. I think I was just really bored at the time. Because that album to me was just so boring. But I really liked HX Location. But then I also listened to her EP, her debut EP, I guess. Faux. I thought it was cool.
I like Night Drive's like my favorite song on there.
I think that was one of the. I don't know if that. Oh yeah,
Talking
I do
about
like
the
that
Late Night
song.
Drive.
I didn't like the first song, that's for sure. I didn't like. Was it Youngling? I can't read it from right here, but I didn't like that song. I like
There's some
Night
tracks
Drive.
on here,
La
bro.
La. She was doing her little vocal thing on there, which I think a lot of R&B artists need to start doing that to really show out who's the frauds in this game right here. If you ain't got no song where it's just basically you and acoustics, you a fraud. You ain't got them vocals like that. Ari Lennox is one of those people that got the vocals. I just don't think that she has the right push, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But overall, I enjoyed Ari Lennox's music for the most part. That HX Location, I need that on vinyl.
And she funny too.
See, I never follow her on social
personality,
media.
she's not built for this. But yeah.
She's supposed to be the face of mental health, B. But yeah. But yeah, that's about it for what I've been jamming. Not really much for me to say about Ari Lennox. I like what she got out. She only got like 4 projects, 4 or 5. But yeah, that's about it for what we've been jamming.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.